Hi guys, good evening all. Let's jump into session. Let's jump into the actual session. So if you learn something, there is some before you start coding into Python, we need to learn few basic fundamental things. Okay, what is the first fundamental thing? Python is a case sensitive. What do you mean by case sensitive? What do you mean by case sensitive? For example, Ramesh. I write Ramesh. Right? Again, I write the Ramesh. Does both are same? The first one starts with a capital R. Second one is small r. Case sensitive means if you write uppercase letter, always you need to call while executing the program, you need to call with uppercase. If you write with a small case letter, always you need to call it small case letter. So, which means first and foremost important point, Python is a case sensitive. Majority of the time, as a user, as a learner, we do mistake in the aspect. Sometimes we write the small letters and we call it as capital letters. Second point. What is second point? Be careful while using the variable names and the function names. We need to understand what do you mean by variable names? What do you mean by function names? I'll explain that. Okay. Function means if you want to calculate something, if you want to use multiple times, reusability. That is called function. Right? Reusability. Let's say adding two numbers. I can add any two numbers, right? That is called function. Right? New world is not same as new world. Print is not. Here print is a capital letter, is not same as small. Right? Before you code, these are the points you need to know. These are the points you need to know. What is the point? Python is a case sensitive. Be careful while using the variable names and function names. Everyone have a question? We have a doubt, everyone. So what is the difference between variable names and function names? We'll discuss further. So as I said, Ramesh is not same as small Ramesh. As I give an example, new world is not same as new world. Here the new world starts with a capital N. Here start with the small. Similarly, here and simple. Function easy to understand always. Function must attach with, for example, print here two parenthesis bracket, right? Parenthesis bracket. That means it is a function. If anything, I call it with parenthesis bracket, that is called function. If I don't use parenthesis bracket, that can be considered as a statement or variable name. Understood? Easy to understand? How to differentiate function and variable? Function must be associated with a repeat. Function must be associated with a parenthesis. Here print is a parenthesis. New world, does it associate with the parenthesis bracket? No. Hence, it is not a function. It is not a function. Now, sir, can you tell me a definition of variable? Can you tell me a definition of function? I will tell you. Give me. Okay. For example, can you do this basic command? 2 plus 4. Can you execute? I'll give 2 minutes of time, everyone. Right, exactly. Execute in your system. Please do it. Execute. Here, the left side, you have the what do you need to execute. The right side, we have this thing. Can I execute now? 2 plus 4. What is the answer? How to execute? What is the command? What is the command need to execute?
Shift enter.
Shift enter. See, automatically we get the answer. 2 plus 4. What is the next? 10 into 5. 50. Next, print 50 plus 319. 369. Okay. Next, print welcome to hello world. Next one. Next, what? See, print here function, right? Remember, look into here, everyone. My screen. I use a print. How does it look like color? What color it is? Print green color. And one important note point you need to see: most of the functions, when it is a function, it will be in green color. Which color? Green color. Now, most of the functions in Python are look like a green color. I'll explain. Okay, print. If I use print, welcome to AI class. What about now? Any difference do you observe? Any difference do you observe? Come on, kindly respond, guys. Everyone who are in online. Chaitanya,
The color of the print has been changed.
color of the
Uppercase P and lowercase p.
here it look like color. Color has changed. Color has changed. So it throws an error, name error. Print name is not defined. What is the print in input for what is the print? It is small letter. Am I right, Prashant? However, in the input file, what is the print? P start with the capital letter. As I mentioned, Uday, Python is a case sensitive. Am I right, Deepak?
That's correct, sir. Yes.
Right? Print welcome to AI. Understood? Right? Understand the difference between small and capital. Now, for example, print of 190, 19 into 25. Print 19 into 25. Understood? Okay, let me move on to in the last slide, we are discussing about the variable names and functions, right? Before we are discussing the variable names and function, there is a concept called keywords. Some of the keywords are helping us, very, very important. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Everyone completed, right? Keywords are also known as, understand, very, very important concept. Very, very important. Keywords help us to define the structure of the Python program. What it does? It helps us to define the structure of the Python program. So keywords also known as reserved word. Keywords cannot be used for variable names or for functions. Only to define the structure of the Python program, we will use keywords. Keywords are the pillar of programming, pillars. Like the way we have housed the pillars are the strong foundation, right? The keywords are also pillars for the Python program. Without keyword, there is no. So I'll talk about that. Cannot keywords as a variable name, function name, or any other identifier. I will talk about the identifier, what is the identifier and everything. So as I mentioned, it will help us to define the syntax and the structure of the Python language. It helps us to define the syntax and the structure of the Python program. Keywords also, as a Python is a case sensitive, keywords are also case sensitive. So these are the keyword list. For example, except the highlighted the three columns, total there are 35 keywords which are available. How to get these 35 keywords? By using code as I'll explain. Give it 2 minutes. Okay. These keywords, except these three colors which I highlighted the red color, such as like false, none, true, rest everything are small case letters. Rest everything are small case, that false, none, and true, except rest everything are small. And for example, I will tell you about if. Can you see the if? If. Can you see the elif? Else. Elif. Basically, these things will help us to write the conditions. If you want to write some conditions, we can use these three things. For example, can you see the diff? Diff, it will help us to create our own functions or our own packages. Right? Use a different function. For example, as I said, exceptionally, did you remember we discussed about the exception? So try, except, can you see the except, try, except. These things will help us to define the exception. So each keyword is having somewhere or around having some meaning and is having some scope. In entire course, we are going to cover these 35 keywords. It is very hard to remember in very first class. No need to remember. By looking at the program, by practicing session by session, we'll understand about these keywords. Okay. Let's see how many keywords we have. Total 35 keywords. Sorry, let's understand how to get these keywords. Okay, let's understand how to get these keywords. So I'm using a keywords import keywords. Import keyword. Listen carefully. Import is again. You look into the screen. Can you see one of the keyword? Where is the import? Okay. What does it mean? Listen carefully. Very, very important. What import keyword does? It import all the libraries. Whatever the library name you call it. Import NumPy, numerical Python. Import pandas for data aggregation. Import matplotlib for visualization. Seaborn, math library, mathematical operation. What import function does? It invoke a particular library into a Python. It invoke a particular library into a Python. Without invoking particular library into Python, we cannot use corresponding functions in a particular library. Understood? So let me explain some basic example. Suppose if you want to get out of money from your bank account, what do you do? Their bank account, give me money, relate with you. What you need to do? First, you need to log in. Right? You need to log in. In order to log in into your bank account, net banking, what you need to do? You need to enter username and password. Once you given exact or correct credentials, username, password, credential, then it will check and allow you to into net banking or into your account. So then only you can able to use different options. You can transfer, you can pay the bills, everything can be done. Otherwise, no, right? Similarly, whatever you have done the bank plan, similar import also, if you want to use functions of particular library, you need to invoke particular library into framework, Python framework. One session got exhausted or one session got closed, again you need to import the particular library. Otherwise, it won't work. Otherwise, it won't work. Understood? Otherwise, it won't work. Understood, guys? So next point, very clear. So that is the in order to invoke a particular library into Python, we use import function. Which library we are using invoking now? Keyword library. As I mentioned, there were 8,000 libraries in the Python. One of the first library we are invoking into Python framework is keyword library. Why are we invoking the keyword? We want to understand the reserved words. Reserved words are available in the library called keyword. Understood? So keyword, what is the library? Library is nothing but collection of functions. What do you mean library? Library is nothing but collection of functions. So library, how do you get the function names? What are the function names? Keyword dot. Keyword is a library. Dot means accessing the functions of particular library. And press tab, keyword tab, tab. So it will check is keyword, is software key, soft keyword, queue list. Queue list is nothing but queue list. Queue list means keyword list. What are the available keyword list? So these are the available keyword list. So if I want to use print so that you can use article horizontally want to arrange print queue list. See, check it. Can you count it? How many are there? 35. That's what same. That's what I said. The same earlier also, right? And remember, way back 2-3 years ago, there were only 33 keywords. Now they have increased another 2 keywords. Depends on the latest version, the keyword list may get changed. Right? Tell me about it. So these are the each one have a meaning. So for example, I want to check, listen carefully. For example, keyword dot is keyword. Particular word is a keyword. So for example, true. True is a keyword, right? For example, I write my favorite name is Prashant. I like Prashant. Is Prashant is a keyword? Is Prashant is a keyword?
No.
No.
In the list?
No.
In the
No.
list, Prashant is a keyword? No. Then what is the answer should come? False.
False.
See. But false is a keyword. False is a keyword, but it written the false. For example, keyword dot is keyword. Can I check something called for? Sorry, for. What about for? What about for?
True or false?
Answer should be true. Now, keyword dot see soft keyword list. I don't know what is soft keyword list, right? There is nothing soft keyword list. Soft keyword list is nothing, but if you want to add your own particular keywords, that is the beauty of Python. If you want to add your own keyword list that can be used further into your project, those are called as soft keywords. At this point in Python, we have not added any soft keyword list. How to add a soft keyword list? Once we discuss the functions and then I'll explain. Otherwise, at this point, you'll get the confusion. So hence, keyword dot is soft keyword. Nothing is there, right? For example, try. What is the answer? False.
False.
Try is not a keyword, right? We don't have anything. Suppose if I give true or false. Right? Keyword dot is soft keyword. Now I'll give 2 minutes. Can you please execute? Okay. Okay, clear? Someone get the underscore case match?
Yes,
Anyone getting the underscore case match?
Yes, sir, me.
Yeah.
got
Yes, so for me as well, getting the same thing.
Yeah, because in the latest version, I'm using the version is 3.9, you are using 3.1011, right? In the latest one, they would have been added these 3 keywords, right? No, soft keyword means only particular purpose only we can use. Soft keyword means only particular purpose only, not regular. Okay. Perfect. Now keyword is clear. So, huh? Keyword width. Is keyword with right? With is there, right? Then true only, right? Correct only, right? What is the wrong in that? With is available, right? I said soft keyword. It is a keyword, actual keyword. I mentioned soft keyword. Right? Now, let me answer the next question. So now are you clear? Can you read out this? What are the keyword list? Only these 3 keywords. Whatever the keyword list. These 3 keywords. False, none, and true. These 3 keywords are in capital letter. That is what I have highlighted in red color. The rest of all other keywords are in lowercase, starting with lowercase letter. As it starting lowercase means rest everything is lowercase. Only false, none, and true are starting with capital letters. Rest everything starting with the lowercase. Third point, which is very, these keywords, whatever the 35 keywords we have, these keywords cannot be used for creating the variable names or creating the function names. Make sense? These 35, whatever 35, these 35 cannot be used for variable name creation as well as function name. If you start creating, if you start using or if you start creating for variable name, it throws an error. It throws an error. Make sense? Clear? Perfect. Now that is what the meaning of keyword. Now one of the fundamental point you need to learn before we understand about the variable names and function name, we understand some reserved word. These reserves cannot be used for variable names and function. Now we need to understand the Identifier is nothing but variable names. Okay. Identify. Identify. For identify. So for example, in a classroom, in this classroom only we have two Prashant. One is Prashant Gatsara, the full name Prashant Kumar. There is no backside for. Okay, Prashant. Let's see, said Prashant. The other guy said Prashant. How do I identify which Prashant it is? I should be allocate some ID. Some ID, right? Some ID. How do you allocate the ID? What is the rule? Will you follow? For example, have you ever heard about PAN card? PAN card? PAN card? Right? PAN card number something like BG, sorry. PAN card something number like BG, AVK 8545D. Something. It is some rules we are following. Must start with the BG. I don't know what is the meaning of full form of BG. So, and in the middle there is a 4 numbers. Some set of rules. In order to create a PAN card number, they are following some set of rules. Similarly, while creating variable names also, we must follow set of rules. Okay. The identifier. So identifiers is a name which is given to class, function, variable. It helps to differentiate from one entity to another entity. Right? So for example, age. Age is one of the column. Age means you write 20, 30. Name, you write something Prashant, you write something Ramesh, Uday, Yamini, Deepa, Trivedi, Pavani, Ashok, Prashant, like that. Or something like Chaitanya, something like that. There is some other column, right? In the name column, can I write 40? Can I write 40? Does it make sense? No. So name and age are two different columns. To differentiate from one column to another column is having some meaning. Similarly, in order to write the column, in order to write the function name or a variable name, we must follow the set of rules. What rules is identifier? It's called all this called as a one entity different. Is called as identifier. It is a combination of letters which are lowercase. What letter? What is the combination of lowercase letter? Lowercase means small a to z, or uppercase capital A to Z, or digits 0 to 9. Now you must, sir, what about 10? What about 20? 10 means 10, right? 20 means 20, right? 25 means 25. Again, it is a part of 0 to 9 only, right? Again, it is a part of 0 to 9, right? 115. 1 is a part of 0 to 9. Again, 1 is a part of 0 to 9. 5 is a part of 0 to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the part of. So hence the digits are 0 to 9. We use only one special symbol that is called underscore. The first and foremost point, very, very important as a fresher, they might ask you in interview also. What are the rules we will follow to create a identifier? The first rule is that identifier is a combination of lowercase letter, which is nothing but small a to z. Uppercase letter means capital A to Z. Digits is nothing but 0 to 9 or underscore. Again, we have some further rules. Identifier cannot start with digit. What is the first rule? Identifier is combination of lowercase, uppercase, digit, underscore. But identifier name, whatever the name, cannot start with digit. What do you mean by digit? 0 to 9. Cannot start with a number. Simple to say. Cannot start with a number. Sure. Clear? Again, I said keyword 35 keywords, right? We just discussed 35 keywords. Those 35 keywords cannot be used as an identifier. Whatever 35 keywords, right? For, with, if, if, yes, while, whatever 35 keywords, true, false, and those 35 keywords cannot be used to create an identity. We cannot use special symbols. We can use only one special symbol, that is underscore. except underscore, we cannot use any other special symbol. Pavitra, right? Only one special symbol we can use. What is that? Underscore. Am I right, Ravi? Only we can use one special symbol, that is underscore. Any identifier ones can be edited. Sir, I want to write 50 letter. If I ask someone name, Vishant, the full name? Oh, that is what. There is no Veera Venkata, Satya Sai, Shiva Venkata. No. Oh, there is a full name, right? 30 letters, 40 letters. Right? There is no limit of letter. You can be anything. Right. So simple again, I'm repeating. It's very, very important. Identifiers are a combination of lowercase, uppercase, digits, and underscore. Lowercase means small a to z, uppercase means capital A to z, digit means 0 to 9, underscore means underscore. Identifier cannot start with digit, which means it cannot start with number. Identifiers cannot be used as keywords, cannot be used as identifiers. Except underscore, we cannot use any other special character. Identifier can be length of any type. So, for example, A, X, Y, Z, 1, 5, underscore. Is it a valid identifier? Triveni?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Valid.
sir. Why? Why it is valid? I don't think it is valid. Why it is valid?
Lowercase. A, lowercase.
A is lowercase. Okay. Okay, valid. What about now second one?
Valid.
Why? There is
Underscore.
no number, right?
Underscore.
There is no letter, right? There is no letter, right? Then how it is valid?
We have
Underscore.
underscore.
Underscore. We have the underscore. Okay, very good. You guys are smart. Why?
Valid, sir.
Valid. Why?
Uppercase letter start.
Started with uppercase.
Yes, sir.
Look into very clearly.
But space.
We not valid by having space in between ABC and XYZ.
See, space. This part. Space. Space issue. Space is not valid, right? Which is special symbol we can consider for identifier? I did not hear. Which special symbol do you consider for identifier? Underscore. Except underscore, we cannot use any other special tags. However, in this example, we give a space. So some points to remember, recall. Okay, some points to remember. Python is a case sensitive. Old and word is not the same. Only give the name that makes sense. For example, A is equal to 20. Let's listen carefully. I give an example. A is equal to 20. What does it mean? Can you interpret? Can you interpret? A is equal to 20. What does it mean? Come on, I mean, try. 1 second, 1 second, please. Instead of being silent, let's say something, whether right or wrong, doesn't matter. First of all, let's understand. What is A?
Variable.
A is a keyword. A is a keyword. No. If it is not
A
keyword
is a
as
variable.
per the rules, is starting with the lower case. There is no guarantee it can be 8 character letters, 10 character, 1 character also fine. So can I say A is an identifier? Right? A is an identifier, right? Yes sir, no, do you
Yes,
agree
sir.
with me?
Yes, I agree.
What is 20? 20 is nothing but number. Sir, can I say value? Can I say value? Number is value, right? Right, value, right?
Yes, sir.
20 is a value. Equal to means assign. Equal to is nothing but assign. Now read it. How to read it? But instead of reading left to right, I'm reading it right to left for better understanding. 20 is a value which is assigned to an identifier as A. Confusion? Confusion? 20 is a value, everyone knew. Assigned to where? Assigned, A is an identifier. Assigned to an identifier. Yeah, that's simple. Confusion? Tell me. Okay. XYZ is equal to 45. What about now? Can you read it now? Can you read this one? Can you interpret this one?
Yes, XYZ is a variable or identifier which is assigned
I did
value
not
of
discuss the variable. I just discussed the only
Yeah,
identifier only. Call it
Yes.
as an identifier. So always this interpreting you must read from right to left, not from left to right. 45 is a value which is assigned to an identifier X, Y, Z. C is equal to, okay, C is equal to 35. What does it mean?
35 is a value assigned to C.
35 is the value assigned to identifier. Oh, everyone pakka? Correct. What is the meaning of C? What is the meaning of C? After 1 year, I opened C is equal to 34. What is the meaning of C? What is the meaning of C? What is the meaning of C?
C
What
is
is
the
the meaning
variable
of
that we
A?
can store the value.
Does it make sense? C is equal to 34. Does it make sense? Rule wise is correct. I'm not saying that. Rule wise, everything looks perfect. No issue. What is the meaning of C? What is the meaning of C? We don't know. We don't know, right? We don't know. Instead of C, I write something called count is equal to 35. What about now? Which one make more sense? Which one make more sense? Practical, I mean to say, logic wise, rule wise, C is equal to 35 is correct. No issue. No issue. No doubt about it. But in terms of understanding as a user, which one makes much perfect? Which one make you count is equal to 35 makes more sense. Hence, I use A is equal to 10 is a valid name, like C is equal to 10, A is equal to 10. However, count is equal to 25 would make more sense. Count would make more sense. So that
Okay,
means
giving a min.
1 second. Whenever you are assigning, whenever you're creating a variable name identifier, it must have some valid name. Not in terms of rules, for your better understanding in future. Okay? Everything clear? Yes, go ahead, Ravi. You're saying something?
Yes, giving a meaningful name to the value. That's it. No?
That's what we said, meaningful. But let's say one more example. What is this? Today holiday. Is it correct? Statement? Today holiday. Okay, fine. How do I write? How do I write
Today is a
English?
holiday.
Today is
a holiday.
Is was, forget about that. Is was, I'm not talking about English language. It's not English class. Forget about it. If I want to read, is it correct way to read today holiday? No, right?
No.
How do you read? Today pay holiday. Is it correct? Am I right? But when you're creating an edit, does space allow? When you are using longer words, today is one word, holiday is another word. Always it is recommended, not mandatory. It is recommended to use today underscore holiday. So if you have multiple words, can be separated by using underscore. This underscore is underscore a long underscore variant. This is and this underscore is underscore a underscore long underscore variant. Make sense? This is it. So if you have multiple words to create an identifier, recommended to use to separate each word, recommended to use underscore after each. Okay, very good. So underscore ABC underscore. Does it make sense? Is it an identifier?
Yes, it is.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yes.
Say yes or no? No, right? No, right? How many will say no? How many will say no? Kumar, Nishant, Kumar. Yes, sir. No one, no? It is correct only, right? What's wrong in this? Are you clear everyone how to create identify? Stop. Okay. Now, what's the time? Okay. Now, variables and everything is clear.